Hello, this is I Do Damage, and welcome back to the channel. In this World of Warcraft video, I want to talk about some new things coming to Shadowlands in regards to raiding, Mythic Dungeons, the weekly chest, and PvP, and how it all ties together. The way that it works currently is the highest Mythic Plus dungeon that you've cleared for the week is what decides the item level in your PvE weekly chest. You also have a PvP weekly chest that you can get. Your highest rated win for the week is what decides is the item level that's in that chest, and so on. There's some interesting changes coming down the pipe with Shadowlands coming up with a little bit over a month left until Shadowlands hits. And that's what I want to talk about today is the Great Vault. This is what they're naming the new weekly chest. You can get up to 9 items in this weekly chest based on what you do during the week. It's broken down into 3 categories: raiding, Mythic Dungeons, and PvP. Let's talk about the raids first and how your rewards are decided. Where I'm getting all this information, I will have the link down in the description below if you prefer to read this information there. One thing I want to point out is while you get all these items on reset day to pick from, you actually only get to pick 1 item. You don't get all 9 items on reset day. I want to make that clear to you. Well, anyway, raids is based on how many raid bosses you kill in that given week. You get a piece for killing 3, 7, and 10 bosses. So that's 3 extra pieces of loot on reset day from the raid. The item level of the gear is decided by what difficulty the raid was set to when you killed these bosses. Another way to get another 3 pieces of gear is through Mythic Dungeons. Mythic Dungeons are my all-time favorite thing to do in World of Warcraft. I like the sense of small team working together, pushing for an objective, and trying to climb the Raider IO leaderboards. So you can get 3 extra items per week by doing this. You get 1 piece for doing 1 Mythic Dungeon, another piece for completing 4 Mythic Dungeons, and another piece for completing 10 Mythic Dungeons. This is going to be a big change since currently it's just based on the highest keystone that you've completed for that week. Simply, hey, I've got my 15 Mythic done. I now have the highest item level reward in my chest on Tuesday reset. That's all going to change, and it's based on how many you've completed. But there's more to it than just that. They've really changed it, and they're really making it so there's a big incentive to go and do these Mythic Plus dungeons. What they're doing is the item levels that are inside of your weekly chest tied to Mythic Plus dungeons is based on the lowest Mythic Plus that you've completed for that week. Currently, the highest dungeon you've done is what decides the piece of item level. So think about that. Go look at your weekly runs for this past week, and you're going to kind of see why this is going to make you want to run more dungeons to get higher gear. The lowest dungeon you've done all week is what's going to decide the item level in that chest. So you're going to want to always be trying to keep your keystone levels pretty even and up to par, and pushing as high on all of the dungeons that you possibly can. I think personally this is a great change. It's just incentivizing people to do Mythic Dungeons more. One last thing I want to comment about Mythic Dungeons is there are significant changes coming in Shadowlands. Some that people don't like, some that people do like. And just to keep the video short and simple, I want to share my thoughts really quick. Mythic Plus can only drop 1 piece of gear per dungeon run. With 5 people in there, you have a 20% chance to get a piece of gear per run. This is going to significantly lower down the rate at which you gear up. I just recently came back to WoW and geared up for Heroic Raid Ready in a few days. So I think this change of slowing down the gearing, making gear and loot feel more impactful and exciting is a welcome change. This does, however, add more importance and significance to raiding, which some people really enjoy. Me personally, I really wish that Mythic Plus would stay a bit more relevant. But anyway, I'm excited for all these changes. The last thing that I want to talk about with your weekly chest is PvP. So we talked about the raid Mythic Dungeons. You can get 6 pieces of gear by doing that. And then when it comes to the PvP, it's based on how much conquest you earn. Conquest is gained through different avenues, through basically rated PvP and some PvP type quests. You get 1 item for getting 125 conquest, another item for getting 350 conquest, and a third item for 875 conquest points earned. That really is very easy to get. All you have to do is, well, PvP. I mean, it's not hard. With all this said, this is going to make that Tuesday reset even more exciting. With a total of 9 items in the chest, you're able to pick 1 out of the 9. So keep in mind, you don't get 9 items per week. You just get a choice out of these 9 different items. So unlocking more items gives you more of a choice on reset day of what you want to claim. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about, was the Great Vault, the weekly chest, whatever you want to call it, and the changes in Shadowlands. I'm very excited for the Mythic Dungeons to push Raider IO. Hopefully we can get into some Mythic raiding as well, since that's always where the big boy loot is going to be. I hope that this video was of value to you, and maybe you found some information in this video that helped you out. If so, don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video with all of your friends. Let me know down in the comments, what are you looking forward to the most in Shadowlands? Is it Targos, maybe the Mythic changes, raiding, class changes? There's loads there. Don't forget to check out all the other videos on the YouTube channel. Please feel free to check out our social media links down below. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.